Hey everybody,
Hi,
I'm Andrew Clemenshaw.
and I'm Ashley Haddle Clemenshaw. We are going live from Sodus, Michigan in anticipation of the Cure for Cluster 5K tomorrow. It's an annual virtual event put on by Clusterbusters and sponsored by electroCore. electroCore is the maker of gammaCore, an external device that's FDA approved for episodic cluster headaches. If you have any questions while Andrew and I talk about the Cure for Cluster 5K and Clusterbusters and cluster headaches, write it in the comments and we will get to them at the end.
For those of you wondering what Clusterbusters is a nonprofit organization committed to expanding efforts in advocacy, awareness, research, and education. Clusterbusters, in my opinion, I feel like the best part about it is our annual patient conference. It's held once a year. I went to my first patient conference 10 years ago in Chicago. It's been great. I've been coming back ever since. This year it's going to be in Dallas, September 19th through the 22nd, so make sure you check out clusterbusters.org for information on that. But like I said, Clusterbusters is very committed to expanding advocacy and research especially, and there are a few projects that we're working on right now that we'll get into a little bit later, some of it even funded by the 5K.
Yep. So cluster headaches are a form of trigeminal autonomic cephalalgia, and they are in a separate diagnostic category than migraine, and they're strictly one-sided and come with autonomic symptoms, so a tearing eye, runny or stuffy nose, facial flushing, etc. And the attacks come on very quickly, peaking around like after 5 minutes, and they come in episodic and chronic form. I'm episodic, Andrew is chronic, and I've had up to 6 attacks a day. I think you've had up to 12. They often come in the night, and the treatments have to be fast acting. So sumatriptan injections, nasal spray, and high flow oxygen is the most effective treatment. And it has to be a high flow through a non-rebreather mask. But what is a really interesting treatment for cluster headaches is psychedelics. Harvard has done a study, and there's an ongoing study at Yale that Clusterbusters is a big part of, that just opened up to migraine patients as well. And they are studying the effectiveness of magic mushrooms and LSD in preventing cluster headaches. And you may have heard that Colorado actually recently decriminalized magic mushrooms. So I could try to explain an attack myself, but I don't think that I would do it justice. So we're going to share some quotes from other cluster heads and patients. Hi, everyone.
Dr. Peter Goadsby, professor of clinical neurology at University College London, says, "Cluster headache is probably the worst pain that humans experience. I know that is quite a strong remark to make, but if you ask a cluster headache patient if they have had a worse experience, they will universally say they have not. Women with cluster headache will tell you that an attack is worse than giving birth. Therefore, you can imagine that these people give birth without anesthetic once or twice a day for 6, 8, or 10 weeks at a time, and then have a break."
I told him if we had a gun in the house right now, I'd want to shoot myself because of the pain. Amy, episodic.
"My eye felt like it was burning, and I had a pounding in my temple that made it feel like it was trying to push the burning eyeball out of my head. Dan."
There's another relationship in our lives and in our families and in some of our marriages. Cluster headache is the third party. Dr. Shore, episodic.
Tom says, "Cluster headache has sucked the life out of me medically, physically, and mentally. I've lost friends, I've lost a career, I've lost a spouse, I've lost who I am as a person."
So cluster headaches are misdiagnosed and misunderstood. I myself was misdiagnosed with migraines for 6 years, and I know I am far from the only one. And that's why we started doing the Cure for Cluster 5K. So this is our 3rd year. The first year it was all in person in Denver, Colorado, and we had a great turnout. But in order to really expand our reach and participants, we decided to go virtual. And last year we had 78 participants in 7 countries, and this year there are 107 of us doing the 5K tomorrow. And so many that we actually ran out of t-shirts. So I'd like to thank those of you who are willing to wear last year's t-shirt or a different size. The proceeds from last year's 5K actually helped Cluster Busters finished funding a survey at the University of West Georgia, which can be found in your race packets and looks like that.
Like I said, Cluster Busters is working on a handful of projects, so I want to talk about those really quick. There's a study going on at Yale working with the VA on treating individuals with cluster headaches. We are working on a new diagnostic tool that's going to help people get properly and more timely diagnosed, so cutting back that average time to diagnosis, which for some people, can be a very long time. We are working on getting several more studies published based on the data collected from the Dr. Shore, Dr. Burrish study that we indicated here. That's already produced really great publication on high flow oxygen, like Ashley was talking about. It's a very effective treatment for a lot of people. Last year's 5K actually helped pay for part of that Dr. Shore, Dr. Burrish study, and it's awesome because that's kind of like the gift that keeps on giving. It's just continuing to produce important data for us, so that's great. And some big news for a lot of us is we are continuing to move forward with clinical studies on BOL 148. So for those of you who don't know, like I said, make sure you check out clusterbusters.org. That's a great resource for a lot of things. There's a forum, message board, great people to talk to there, a lot of information and a lot of conversations that you can reread that have helped a lot of people with their treatment. A little bit of a watered down version of BOL 148. It is a non-hallucinogenic version of LSD, so it would help administer higher doses with no side effects, so that's awesome. And in some previous trials that was shown to be very effective, so hoping for more great results because of that. So a lot of that work has been spearheaded by Bob Wald at Cluster Busters, so definitely want to give him recognition for everything he does. He's the president of our organization. He's the one who started these patient conferences. Like I said, come check out the Cluster Busters conference in Texas. It's in Dallas this year, September 19th through the 22nd. Cluster headaches can be a very isolating disorder, and definitely one that brings a lot of people down, and a lot of people don't know where to get support or how to give support. And so I definitely, for that reason, recommend checking out clusterbusters.org. Get involved on social media. There's a Facebook group, Cluster Headaches (trigeminal autonomic cephalalgia). It's a great group to be a part of. Thousands of people there. A place to ask questions, meet people, get connected, plug in. Even just talking to people over the internet has been extremely therapeutic for a lot of people. Just helps people know they're not alone, and there's thousands of other people out there who get it. So plug into social media there. Check out clusterbusters.org. Check out the conference this year in Dallas. It's never a good. It's always a good time. It never fails.
So tomorrow is the actual Cure for Cluster 5K, and I'm going to go live again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's 10 a.m. here in Michigan. Now, if you're participating, you don't have to run or walk at that time. Do it whenever it works with your schedule, on a treadmill, at a park. Bring your pets. I'm bringing one of our dogs if they will walk with me. And make it fun, strike up some conversations if you can, and share your cluster headache story. Remember to take a picture with you in your t-shirt and use the hashtag so that we can see them. And thank you for joining us and for watching this. And I'd also like to thank the nonprofits who supplied a lot of the swag for the goodie bags. So we are looking forward to tomorrow, and I am so excited to see all of your pictures.
Doesn't look like there's any questions, so...
Hi everyone.
Hey
I'm
guys.
Mary, Wes.
Tom, Dan, Mom, hey Mom. Wes, hey Wes. So anyway, if you guys have any questions after the video, feel free to reach out to either one of us. We live together, so, just reach out to either one of us and we'll get the message across. So have fun. We'll see you later.
Thank you. Pain-free wishes.